Wagwan people, what's popping people? What are you saying, my people? It's your boy Nkulu, and I'm back with another session of Bar Tabs and Boot Bags. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a proper dogfight. Relegation battle in the Premier League. It's a proper scrap. You're talking about broadcasting rights, the ability to sign players of a different caliber, taking your club to another level. I mean, this is why you got the American owners coming in and buying clubs in League One, League Two, because obviously, you know, they want to taste the glory of the Premier League. Everyone's seen what Roman Abramovich has done with Chelsea. You know what I mean? You know, this is what Wrexham are trying to do, and I'm pretty sure Birmingham have got new owners now as well, and they're trying to do the same thing. You know? But yeah, that dogfight down at the bottom, unfortunately, I think it's 2 years in a row now. All the teams that have come up have gone all the way back down. and it's quite unfortunate, actually, because you hear pundits talk about how the standard's gone in the Championship, the gap's too much between the Championship and the Premier League, and rare. Shout your pie out. I think it's quite the opposite. I think the standard is pretty close. I think these teams can compete, but the difference between the Prem and the Championship is continuity. It's consistently playing in that environment, being used to that environment. I'll give you an example. You take a team like Southampton that come up this season, right? Playing out from the back, a proper footballing team, especially under the manager that they had. I can't remember his name. It'll come to me. The one, was it Russell Martin? Something like that. Anyway, proper manager. Shouldn't have sacked him. Should have gone back down and come back up. They would have come back straight up because there's a footballing philosophy that they adopted. You know, I hear it. Why are you playing out in the back like that? You don't have the players for it. You're not good at. If you remember every single game that they played, and if you're a footballing person and you watch these games, they didn't do half bad. Yeah, some of them, they got spanked. Absolutely. They've not been at this level before. But some of them, they held their own and were actually unfortunate not to nick or get a point or a win. So I think it's sometimes we get sucked into just the results, the stats, and we forget what our eyes see. Because again, I generally believe that team would go back down, keep hold. They didn't sign major stars. They've got a young, strong core base. They could have kept hold of them. They would have got the parachute money, or, you know, the money that they got from being in the Premier League, and they'll have come straight back up again. Probably won it, or even through the playoffs. And those players would have had that experience, and then you didn't add to that squad. Do you get what I mean to you? Brighton weren't too long ago down there. Bournemouth weren't too long ago down there. We've lost some staples of the Premier League in the last 15 years, you know? So the gap is closer. We've had teams come up and stay up and go into Europe and excel. Aston Villa are proof of that, you know? Fulham today are proof of that. Bournemouth are proof of that. Again, Brighton, you know, the list goes on. So again, I want to kill that narrative that's out there that's making it seem like our Championship is not as good and all the rest. No, it's a phenomenal league, and it is very close because there's a lot of young players playing in the Championship. A lot of young English players make up the nucleus of that Championship. And the fact that they're adopting philosophies, you know, we saw with the teams that are coming up this season. I digress quickly, but it's to the point. You know, Leeds and Burnley just recently got promoted to the Prem. You know, Burnley weren't too long relegated. They're back up now. Changed the managers, adopted a different philosophy under Scotty Parker. Now, if they keep chopping and changing, they're going to keep going up and down like a yo-yo. When I was growing up, football was about adopting a philosophy or implementing a philosophy. The Cruyff way, you know, the Pep way, the Arsene Wenger way. Do you get what I mean? Like, there was these, and those never, they always lasted the test of time, right? Because they're still here today. Do Do you get what I'm saying? Even like the Benfica way. Do you get what I'm saying? They continue Sporting Lisbon, Porto, Galatasaray. These teams continue to produce players because they have a ethos of football, that doesn't get lost. So I say all of that to say this. It's a slugfest down there. Leicester City, Southampton, and Ipswich have gone down. Ipswich have put up a great fight, in my opinion, this season. It might not look like it. The talent and the quality of the Premier League and the intensity of this league is insane. The athleticism is insane. You need to be an athlete, not just a footballer, to be able to compete, at that level. But Ipswich, I think, under Kieran McKenna, have done a fantastic job. Liam Delap, Omari Hutchinson, again, another great young team. They haven't sacked their manager. They've kept him together. They've kept plodding away. They've, in my opinion, given a great account of themselves in this league, in all fairness. And they're going to go down with their heads held high. And if they keep the same team, the nucleus, without, of course, people are going to be snivering and, hovering around Liam Delap. What a talent. Again, ex-Man City Youth Academy player. If they can keep the likes of Omari Hutchinson, which I think they should, and they would, they will. They've got players that were excelling in the Championship that they signed in January. In the likes of the guy that they bought from Aston Villa. What's his name? The skillful fella. Jaden. I can't remember it. Jaden something. But yeah, they keep the likes of him. They've got a very strong nucleus. Smuddix, Hurst, I believe his name is. They got good strong nucleus to come back straight up with. So again, it's not that doom and gloom in terms of especially the way the pundits are making it seem. Leicester City, they might need a managerial change. I don't think Ruud van Nistelrooy is fit for that club in that sense. But again, if they give him the time, he's somebody that's done multiple roles in terms of director of football, being a manager, and now he has the opportunity to combine both. Set a bad record in the Premier League this season. I mean, it's the only club to go 8 home games without scoring a blimmin' goal and losing all 8. Absolutely phenomenal. I don't think that happens in Sunday League much, to be honest with you. But that being said, these things happen. They still have some outstanding players in that team. One that I want Arsenal to sign, boy in midfield. I can't remember his name. El Nusi or something like that. 20-year-old, young. I think he's Moroccan or Algerian or something like that. Proper baller, bad boy. Do you know what? I need to get his name for you because my memory's letting me down right now. Rude boy player. Another special mention, Steffi Mavididi, ex-Arsenal Academy player. Rude boy. I think he's somebody that can be a squad player for any team in the top 10. Bilal El Kanous. Yeah, Bilal El Kanous. Rude boy player. Yeah. Moroccan. That's it. Rude boy player. 20-year-old. I'm praying Arsenal can go and sign my man. He's too cold. He gets a special mention. So they've had some shining lights in that team, even if it's only 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. So it's not all been doom and gloom. We'll see how Leeds and Burnley fare when they come back up. Again, 2 teams experienced, been in Premier League in recent times, probably in the last 3 years, the pair of them. We'll see who comes up with them. My hope is Sunderland, because they're a young team. They've got some fantastic players there. Jude Bellingham's brothers there, Job. You've got what's his name? Job. You got a few of them, and they're all young. Anyway, I'm stretching it now, to be fair. But yeah, they're all quality players. If they can get over the line, experience might be a factor. They'd be the team I'd like to see in there. But I know Frank Lampard's Coventry took over when they were 16th, brought them back up to like the playoff positions now. They've got a fighting chance. Who can I think of off the top of my head still in that? I don't know if Sheffield United is still in it. Who's the other team? But you get the gist. Yeah, you get the gist. I'm hoping Sunderland qualify, and that will be it. But yeah, in the relegation battle for the Premier League, it's never going to be an easy ride. You're always going to have opinions on how you should play, how you should, adapt and all the rest of the malarkey. But at the end of the day, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and if you're lucky enough, you stay in it. And if you if you apply your philosophy and you stick with your manager and you trust the players and you buy young players and you recruit well, you can be a Brighton, you can be a Bournemouth, you know, you can be these teams that in recent times have been promoted, Aston Villa, Fulham, and take your team into to the higher echelons of the Premier League. I'm going to end with this special mention on a club that should be getting relegated. And that is Spurs Football Club. I can't even say Tottenham because it would just be a disrespect to the area, right? But Spurs football team, it's a joke. It must be, do you know what? Yeah, it must be like, I don't know, what's the worst day of your life every day? it must be like flipping, I don't know, getting a phone call that your cat's died or something every day. Like, because I know how passionate you people are about cats and that. So it must be like, you know, ring, you pick up the phone, your cat's just been run over, or some miserable gits just ended up kicking your cat and it's done. Like the most horrible things that messes up your day, right? Like that must be life as a Tottenham fan. Like you got this manager. And I love it, to be honest with you. Ange Postecoglou. The reason why I love it is because the saying that he's now got that's stuck, which is just who we are, mate. It's actually just who they are. Like, they're a bunch of blimmin', they're just a bunch of failure. They're just failure. You support them, you have anything to do with them, your life's going to go down the drain. It's just peril being a Tottenham fan. Like, it can't get any worse. The geezer can't win no games. You lot lying in 16th place. Now I'm just ranting because I think you lot deserve it. It's absolutely outrageous. You're a disgrace to the Premier League, right? You're meant to be this prestigious club, yeah, that can't put a trophy in your cabinet. You ain't got one of these. And I mean literally a cup. Do you know what I mean? Not even a trophy cup. You don't even have a... You're a bunch of mugs. You're literally a bunch of mugs. No saucepan. You're a proper mug. Do you know what that means? Proper muggy club, like. I'd hate to be a supporter of your club. Like, literally, Ange Postecoglou has to go. Whether you win the Europa League or not, or conference, whatever the bloody competition you're in, whether you do that or not, he needs to go. He can't adapt. He beefs the media. The guy just wakes up angry now. Like, before, he was somebody that everyone loved. He had the banter. He was witty. Nah, my man's 24/7 anger. He's on you. Talk to him funny. He's telling you about, yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. Everything ends with, yeah, mate. Well, yeah, mate. Nah, I feel for the guy, man. He needs to go to Brisbane, man. Get some sun in him again. Get a bit of happiness back in him. You know what I'm saying? Bun all this, you know, English negativity and hate car. They've really done him over. They've really changed his whole persona. Like, there's no ray of sunshine coming out of these no more. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, special mention, the Spurs. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Long may it continue. The best thing you lot can do, and I say this humbly, is go and sign Harry Kane back, because what else are you gonna do? You know, I've heard that you're not even able to fill up the seats in your stadium no more, which is a good thing if you think about it, because all of you, or half of you, don't like Daniel Levy anyway, and you know he's a proper businessman. So if you really want him out, just stop going, stop turning up. That's bad for business when the fans don't turn up to the stadium that they spent almost £1 billion on. Yeah, I think he'll sort something out. I think he might change something, or they'll change him. So that might be a spark. But again, don't listen to me. I don't want you to do that. Like, I want you to continue to go. I want him to continue to focus on the NFL and continue to invite Beyonce down to do concerts, and continue to regentrify Tottenham, the area. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're really brave and you're a Tottenham fan, let me have it in the comments so I can come back at you. Tell me what your club's really about. Tell me what you're going to do next season. Do you know what I mean? Tell me how optimistic you are so I can rain on your parade again. with a bit of piss. But anyway, have a great day, guys. Peace. I'm out.